Man, that sucked. We had a good live going, and I went over and was looking at some stuff on the phone, and I abandoned the live and probably forced about 70 people off, which is unfortunate because we were doing good with it. And I will never know how much actual watch time we got of it. But the good news is tonight that Lainey has finally been repaired. Lainey. Nobody's on the live with us. 2 people are back. I hope you guys were with us before. If you are, sorry. I did not mean to drop the live, but I'm still learning how to do all this live stuff. We are looking for likes, subscribers, watch time. Mongo's Garage is looking for lifelong fans. There's a like. Awesome. We're looking for people to hang out with us here in the shop. Hey, you're back. Sorry about that, Loftus Farms. We were messing with the phone and I lost the live. But we are back now, and we're starting to build up. They're here somewhere. There's a bucket over there in my shop that has H-Pops in it. On the shelf. I thought that's where they were. For sure. You guys understand what we were talking about earlier about H-Pops and HEUI pumps and all this other stuff? So HEUI, H-E-U-I. I actually had a short about this, or a short, maybe I did a whole video about it. So I said all that and you didn't understand what it is. HEUI injectors, H-E-U-I, high energy unit injectors. That's what's in these 7.3s. The technology behind it is it's electric over hydraulic over fuel. So we use an electric signal from the IDM, which is the injector driver module, IDM. That's the computers underneath of the H-Pop there. And that electric signal operates the hydraulic portion of the injector. The hydraulic portion of the injector then squeezes the fuel that's already available in the injector, and it gets high enough pressure that it pushes it out the nozzle and atomizes the fuel.
Picking up some wires. No way. Yeah.
And once it atomizes the fuel, it injects it into... see you later, man. Thanks for coming back, Lotus. Greatly appreciate you guys hanging out with us. So what happens is that fuel atomizes in the combustion chamber, and when the piston comes back up and creates heat from compression, you have a ignition, and Bob is your uncle, right? So what KJ is looking for is we have a bunch of these H-Pops laying around here, and what an H-Pop is a high pressure oil pump, H-P-O-P.
This one junk.
The back end of this one is blown apart. But what happens to these, or what these are, is it's a little variable displacement piston pump. So it's not a gear pump. It's not a gerotor pump. It actually has a swash plate inside of it. And I think these are 6 piston pumps, if I'm not mistaken. Tiny little things. The piston pumps that we're used to seeing at work are much, much larger. So what this thing does, the IPR, injector pressure regulator, controls what we call pilot pressure, which the IPR screws right here. It controls the pilot pressure, which controls where the swash plate is inside of this thing. And what happens is there's a plate in here. If you can look at it like this, there's a plate inside of here. And there's pistons that rotate this way. Now imagine what happens whenever this swash plate turns sideways. Now these pistons are going in and out, in and out, in and out, creating oil flow. As they come out, obviously they create suction. As they go in, they create pressure. And the IPR, injector pressure regulator, controls the position of this swash plate. At idle, this thing can go to 800 PSI, which is going to be somewhere, I don't know, just a little off of zero. And it's creating 800 PSI and a little bit of flow because you're not requiring 6 to 8, somewhere in there. You're not requiring a lot of oil to run an engine at idle. These are the output lines. So these are both outputs. One's to one bank, the other is to the other bank.
Or head.
And yeah, the bank or the head. And this thing picks its oil up right here from the front. I believe it's this lower port is where that's the suction line. And that comes from, on the front of the 7.3, there is actually a, I don't know what that is. No, there is on the top of the engine. There is a goodness gracious, I can't even think of it. An oil galley that fills with oil as the engine runs, and that oil galley will supply oil to this pump. When it supplies oil to this pump, obviously, then it can create its pressure. What the problem we were having with Lainey is that old Georgie here let her run low on oil pressure, or low on oil level. So in the sump of that engine, there are two pickups, right? There's a low pickup, and then there's a higher pickup. Well, the higher pickup is for this. So it actually will stop running before you run out of oil for the lube system. And in that situation, like what Georgie just did, he was getting what we think was aerated oil up to the high pop, and it was creating a massively bad running engine, which we seem to have corrected by changing the oil. So if you're having problems with your 7.3, and that was one of the first things that we actually were talking about whenever we brought this thing back in here and was looking at it, was where is the engine oil level? So it's been taken care of now, we hope, and we're hoping that George can get this thing back on the road. I think he's actually trying to put the inner fender back in it currently. Yeah. That's been one of the things that I've been after him to do for a while. Other than that, we only have 6 now. We had 70 before. Now we have 8. We did make the parts truck run tonight. I got to put the I got to put the ignition system back together. Say hi to the people, Kenny. And once that's all put back together, we got to start tearing this truck the rest of the way apart. We are not going to do anything with this engine because it is total garbage. George is struggling over there. George, are you going to blow that air horn?
Oh, yeah, my bad. No.
There's only 3 people on, but
I have no question.
thank heavens.
Give it a second.
So this thing has a big giant train horn on it. And I don't want to be accused of not allowing people to hear. If I'm not mistaken, they run them train horns up to what? 200 PSI or somewhere near there? And it's a tiny little compressor. You can hear it in there running right now. It's just a little 12-volt compressor. But there's 8 horns. Yeah, there's a bunch of horns under there for sure. But yeah, here on Mongo's Garage, we get into all kinds of stuff. Like I said, we're trying to build up a following for the lives. I'm looking for somebody. Hopefully we can convince somebody to start videoing this stuff for us, and KJ and I can start wrenching together again. But for the meantime, I've been doing all the lives. I am looking for, say hi to the people, George.
How the people?
I've been looking for yeah, I know, it's down to, yeah, we still got 11%. I'm looking for a tripod that will hold the phone in the vertical realm. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa.
Really loud. You ready?
Were you prepared for that? I bet you weren't. I felt it in the concrete.
Rip to all the headphone users.
R.I.P. headphone users. Sorry. Yeah, I actually felt it in the concrete. That's how loud that is. It is very, 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 very loud. But you know, these kids today, they got to have the toys. Fernando Gonzalez says, nice. He likes it. Fernando, you are in Texas, if I'm not mistaken, correct? Missy is on. She give us a bunch of hearts and smiley faces.
Was that my mama?
Yeah, it was Mama. We had to make you happy, miss. You can put that H-bot back. She says she loves that horn.
So does the neighbor.
So does the neighbor. We do believe that Lainey is all better now. She can go home. I think that's what George is preparing here to make the voyage home. He's putting wrapping things up, putting inner fenders back where they belong. Yes, those are zip ties in his hand. He actually zip tied a bunch of stuff together up underneath of there and got her all looking good. Tomorrow night, Wednesday, Thursday. What's your plans tomorrow night?
Dismantled.
All right, tomorrow night we're going to get back on this truck, and like I said, we will have another live as we tear the thing apart. Go ahead, Georgie. And you guys are more than welcome to hang out with us again tomorrow night. I'm not going anywhere yet. I still got about 11% on my phone before I get out of here. Anybody got questions, comments, concerns? We really enjoy everybody hanging out with us and interacting with us on the chat here. It definitely makes the night go by a little faster and keeps me on topic. I did nothing but talk all day today. Today was a sales push at work. We got a couple good leads, that's for sure. Found out a bunch of good information. No, I'm not allowed to buy anything. I have too many at the shop now. I'm trying to get you guys to fix what we have now. You guys know KJ? Parts for what?
The Hercules. Or the Titan. I ordered them, bro.
And they had them in stock? They actually brought them out? Awesome.
You know why? Because I went to John.
Oh.
No, Bill wasn't in there when I went in, so I just walked over to John.
You got her taken care of.
But, rear wheels I didn't order.
No, I don't want to order. I'm going to leave those ones alone until we figure out what we're doing with it.
That's what I figured out.
Yeah, if we end up selling it, we'll do rear wheels.
Don't order the rear wheels.
Right.
Because that's $20,000 that we kind of don't really need. And that's why I tried to call you today.
Oh, that was the second call.
Yeah, one of your work phone and your.
So KJ and I actually work together. I am a trackmobile specialist. If you guys, hi, hon, how are you? Cheryl's on the live with us too. I'm a trackmobile specialist, so I mobile rail car movers. It's a little piece of equipment that it's bimodal, so it'll run on road tires and rail. It's not really a high rail drive. It's more of a high road drive. We raise and lower the road wheels, and the rail wheels are the primary drive. But plants use them to move cars around inside the plants and stuff. And KJ and I know, ain't it? You guys, did you see your hats, Cheryl? They're in the house. You get one, Jules gets one, and Harley gets one. This is KJ and I get the black ones. You guys get the white ones. But KJ is one of the technicians out in the shop. He works with Corey, another gentleman that watches the channel a lot. And is that mine? This one is not your hat. You get a white one. I get the black ones.
Is that mom or dad?
It's my mom.
Oh,
Or
your
my,
mom.
my wife. My darling dearest, KJ's mommy. But yeah, so we every once in a while we try not to talk a lot about it at home, but sometimes you have to when we get under each other's nerves, which is all the time. So George, what do you think of your wheels?
I think my wheels, they need wash.
Your whole truck needs washed again, bud.
Yeah, it's a mess.
But
It was clean when I brought it over.
It was clean for homecoming, right?
It was shine up for homecoming.
And then it got dirty again. But at least it's running right again.
Yeah, it's running right. A lot better than it was homecoming night. A lot better than it was homecoming night.
I'm glad I don't have to go pull batteries anymore.
Yeah.
I had to drive the Ford Trader to pull his batteries off.
Yeah.
Oh, because
KJ was my
of the lights.
mechanic because I was on all my good clothes.
And we fixed the, you guys, I say we like you guys have a mouse in your pocket. I didn't do anything but just run the phone tonight. They fixed the third brake light so it works correctly again. The brake lights work. What else did you fix tonight? Wired some stuff up underneath of it. Changed the oil so the service is done. I would definitely change that Fram filter when you can. Cheryl says, hello, George and Kenny. What, am I
Yikes, you're in the doghouse.
I'm telling you, I don't know what I've done.
Yeah, I guess we better get the oil checked weekly.
Who said that?
Big Terror.
He texted me, roads are wet and leaves are going to be slick. Be careful shifting. Dad.
Don't put it in second
Don't put it in second.
from fifth. Did you guys hear that story? The fifth to second shift, the clutches do not like it. I can tell you that much. Especially on these 7.3s, it spins the clutch disc to about 10,000 RPM, and they just can't take it. It grenades the side of the bell housing, and then KJ has to become a ZF mechanic, which he did really good.
Hey, I was part of that.
So was George. George was part of it. Whoa, where did George go?
Wrong side.
There we go. So how do people, George?
How the people?
George. Oh boy, it won't be long, and Mom and Missy were going to take over the chat here. They have both found out that they're in the chat of our live. All right, actually, I think we're just about ready to head into the house. It's 10 o'clock. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, do everything that you possibly can to push the channel out. This is video 1001. Actually, this is video 1002 because this is the second video for the night. So there is plenty other stuff out there to watch. Every time I start to get off of the channel, we get more watchers. It just jumped from 6 to 13, so we doubled our watchers. I really appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight. This is Kenny's Garage. I am Mongo. That is George. That is Kenny. So say bye to the people, Kenny.
Bye to the people.
George, say bye to the people.
Bye to the people.
Mongo's going to say bye to the people as well. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will see you all later. Mongo Man is out. Booyah.